All right, today we're going to talk about blood compatibility. There are most definitely going to be NCLEX questions where you are asked if there is a person with this type of blood, can they receive blood from this person or vice versa? So let's go over the types of compatibility. First and foremost, there is ABO compatibility. This is the most serious one. It's the one you're going to want to be most familiar with. Um, Essentially, we have three different types of antigens that can be present on the surface of your red blood cell, A or B, or the combination of A and B. This makes for four different blood types. You can have AB blood with both A and B antigens, A blood with only A, B blood with only B, or O blood with no antigens at all. These antigens mark the surface of the red blood cell as your own, so the body knows not to attack it. It's not a foreign substance. When your body has those antigens, it will make antibodies against any antigen it doesn't have. This is how your body protects itself. If you have type A blood with A antigens, your body is going to produce B antibodies to attack any blood cell with a B antigen. This is your body's way of marking it as foreign and saying, hey, you don't belong here, and it wants to destroy it to protect you. So we'll go through our four blood types. With AB blood, you have both A and B antigens, and this means you have no antibodies. Your body already has all the antigens, so there's nothing to mark as foreign and your body wants to fight against. This means that you can, if you have AB blood, you can only donate to another person with AB blood. But you can receive blood from anybody. That's because your body is not making any antibodies, so any type of blood, AB, or O, would be safe for this person to receive. They would not mark it as foreign because they don't have any antibodies against it. For type A blood, you will only have A antigens, therefore you will create B antibodies, and you can give blood to those who are type A or type AB. You can receive blood from type A blood or type O blood. Each blood type is always going to be able to receive blood from their own blood type, that's the ideal situation, or from blood type O, that's going to be our universal donor, and we'll get to that here in a second. For type B blood, it's just the opposite of A. They have only B antigens, therefore they create A antibodies. They can give blood to blood type B or blood type AB, and they can receive blood from blood type O or blood type B. And last but not least, we have our blood type O, our universal donor. This is a naked red blood cell. It doesn't have any antigens on its surface. Therefore, anything else that you are giving to that person would be marked as foreign by the body. If you give them type A blood, those A antigens are going to be marked as foreign. If you give them type B blood, those B antigens are going to be marked as foreign. So they can only receive blood from blood type O, but they can donate to any blood type. ABO incompatibilities are the most serious. They are frequently fatal, and hospitals do a lot of work to make sure we are not giving incorrect blood types to our patients. All right, we've got ABO compatibility. The next part of compatibility for blood questions on the NCLEX is RH compatibility. This is super straightforward. It won't take more than a minute. You can either be positive or negative for the RH factor. Quite simple. If you're positive, you've got the RH factor. If you're negative, you do not. Similarly, with the antigen situation in ABO compatibility, if you have the RH factor, you can either receive blood from positive or negative blood types. This is because your body already has that factor. It's not marked as foreign. It is your body, in your body already. But if you have Rh negative blood and you received a blood type that was positive and had those Rh factors, your body would mark it as foreign. It would not recognize it and it would attack those blood cells. So if you're positive for the Rh factor, you can receive blood from either positive or negative donors. But if you are negative for the Rh factor, you can only receive blood from negative donors. Putting this all together in one picture, what your question will likely look on the NCLEX is something along the lines of, you have a patient with B positive blood. Which of the following are acceptable blood types for transfusion for your patient? And you'll have a list of 4 different blood types. It'll be select all that apply. So for B positive blood, you're going to go through the list and say, okay, they have B antigens, they are positive for the Rh factor. That means they're producing antibodies against A. So they cannot get A, they cannot get AB. Anything with an A in it, you can just cross that out in any of your choices. They can receive their own blood type, obviously, so B, and the universal donor, O. You also know they're positive, so either positive or negative blood is okay for this recipient. Remember, if they're negative for the Rh factor, they will need to receive negative blood. Most hospitals have a large supply of O negative blood because that is universally acceptable for blood transfusions in all patients. All right, that's everything you need to know to ace your questions on blood compatibility.